Well, good evening, ahoy, welcome to The Search. It's Wednesday night. You may be watching this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's fantastic. Thank you to all of our friends who are commenting and leaving their suggestions, their opinions. We absolutely love being able to engage with you. We really love being able to see people sharing that out either into the Facebook platforms, the YouTube platforms. Thank you for helping us take a message of real invitation out to so many people. You really are making a difference for us, so appreciate that so much. We'd love to be able to say, hey, come on to The Search with us. That life is amazing. It's not beige, it's brilliant. It's not boring. It's such an exciting, exhilarating ride that when we know that we created on purpose, for purpose, when we know that sometimes the masterpiece that is our lives is made with some dark colors, then we actually get to relax a little bit and go, I'm on the search for something truly spectacular. We love to be able to say to hurting souls, hey, come on, there is a healer. We love to be able to say to a skeptic, to someone who's doubting, to someone who's fearful, there is actually a truth out there, and a truth sets you free. I'm going to be really, really bold, and I'm going to be really controversial. And I want to say it's not the church who sets you free. The church is intended to be a messenger of the truth. The church is a company of beautifully but broken people who Jesus came for, not because we were healthy, but because we were sick and we needed a healer. And our life story has actually said that while life has hurt us, God's healed us. And we continue to search out the meaning of this life that He has seen come about at a whole new level for us. So anyway, welcome to The Search. The concept of The Search, and I was putting it into this framework of they search the hills for gold. You know, we've been talking about searching for wallets or searching for lost coins or searching a crowd for loved ones' faces. The search, when we come to that sort of that gold fever that we've seen in California and even here in Australia, that searching the hills for gold came with both a hunger and an anticipation. They would abandon a whole bunch of other stuff in their lives with a hunger for elevation, a hunger for breakthrough that gold may have brought them, an anticipation that I'm going to a place in which I am going to find what I am looking for. And that's kind of neat, right? And I would just wonder tonight, what are you hungry for? What are you searching for? What are you anticipating? If it was gold, you walking around. Have you ever had that sort of experience? I'm just thinking about it now. Have you ever had that experience where you found some money on the ground? You might have found a $5 or $10 note. Maybe it was even just a couple of coins. And then for the next 20 minutes, half an hour, maybe even a couple of days, you're constantly sort of looking and you're kind of going, I found it once. Maybe there's more of this stuff lying around. You know what? I think that's what happens when we find a spark of something in our life. There's an eagerness, there's an anticipation, there's a hunger that goes, hey, if it's happened before, I wonder if it will happen again. Sadly, probably what happens is we don't find anything in the next hour or 24 hours or 36 hours, and we end up sort of going, oh, ho-hum, and we stop really searching for it. But our hope is that on these Wednesday nights, but wherever you're watching it, is that we would be able to stay on the search together. I love what Albert Kumas said. Albert Kumas says, in the depths of winter, I finally learned that there deep inside of me laid an invincible summer, I should say. So that even in the depths of winter, I found inside of me and discovered an invincible summer. It's because it doesn't matter what our situations, what our circumstances say to us or say about us. It doesn't matter what your past is trying to set a ceiling on your life. Inside of you is an invincible summer, beloved. Inside of you is a truth that you are made on purpose for purpose. That if we would actually rally ourselves into a different place of believing, maybe equipping ourselves with some other people who are on the search for us or can help us search out a new element of that we can see ourselves as being beautiful, we can see ourselves as being bold, we can see ourselves as being overcomers, we can see ourselves as being more than conquerors, and we need some partners to do that from time to time. If we could see that, if we could realize that, if we could renew our minds, maybe, just maybe, we would actually be completely transformed, and those things which are oppressing us, holding us down, or lying about us actually will become stepping stones and not stumbling blocks. I really believe that as we're in seasons of change, and we're right now in sort of at the tail ends of autumn and coming into winter, that even in these seasons of change, that the dreams that God has placed inside of you, the gifts that God has placed inside of you, the hope that God has placed inside of you is not diminished in any way, shape, or form. That when He actually gives you a promise, He will stand by that promise with provision and with His presence to see that promise fulfilled in Him. Because I guess there's a couple of things that God can't do. God can't stop loving you. He can't not forgive you if we confess to Him, and He can't lie to you. So when He has promised you something, He will see it fulfilled. I love Psalm 37 verse 4. It says this: make God the utmost delight and pleasure of your life, and He will provide for you what you desire the most. Make God the utmost desire of your life, and He will provide for you the things that you desire the most. It actually says, delight yourself in the Lord. The Amplified Version says this: delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. And that doesn't mean that if I desire a Lamborghini, He's going to give me a Lamborghini. If I desire an island in the Bahamas, He's going to give me an island. No, it actually means that the desires inside of me come from Him. They're the things I want for my family, the things that I want for freedom, the things that I want to see transforming society, community, even my own sense of peace and joy in times of trial and turmoil. Those desires come from Him. And when I delight myself in Him, when I make Him my utmost, as I seek for Him as my utmost treasure, He causes those things to come about. Psalm 37 verse 5 says, commit your way to the Lord, trust in Him, and He will do it. As we're searching these things out, we are talking about them being of great value. We are talking about them of being great worth. But there's something about knowing about an abundant life and actually beginning to practice an abundant life. Actually taking those steps to transform what we're saying. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I'm not, insufficient. I'm not just too fat. I'm not just too weak. I'm not just too old. I'm not just too young. No, we've got to start practicing a different language. We've got to start practicing a different belief system. We're going, no, those dreams that I carried as a young person, that I would have a happy marriage, those dreams that I carried as a young person, that I would be in a place of employment, maybe full stop, or a place of employment that had purpose and meaning and helped people. Those dreams are not dead, beloved. And even if a change of season outside is getting colder, the promises of the bulbs underneath the ground are only just being realized. Even as the cherry trees have stopped their fruit and their blossoms and their leaves, the cold is doing a remarkable work deep beneath the surface. That next season, the promise that has been placed within those fruit trees will come to fruition, and they will bear their fruit. You may have gone, that's great, man, I feel like I've been in a winter for a long, long time. I feel like I've been going through something for a long, long time, relationally, with my physical health, my mental health, and a whole bunch of issues that I may be facing. I would say that, beloved, that the bigger the problem, the bigger the promise. And that if you have been waiting for a long, long time, then how about together in some of the comments bars, or find a way of connecting with us at Abundant Life Church. We have got people praying for you. We have got people believing for you. We have got people breaking through in the areas that you need breakthrough with, and they will tell you it is possible through the renewing of your mind to see transformation in every area of your life. This is not because you do something. This is because you have faith in a loving Father. This is not because you work and strive and get up earlier and do and have to, but you get to delight yourself in the Lord. You get to read Psalm 37. We've got a Bible app. We've actually got a Bible on our Abundant Life Church app that you will read Psalm 37. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. As you seek Him, you will find Him. And if you set you and commit your ways to Him, He will do it. It's time to stop just knowing that. It's time to start practicing that. I really believe, friends, that God is calling you to relinquish old habits and old beliefs. Those old habits and those old beliefs, that they're holding you back, and that's not what you are called to be, and they're not what you're called to release. We get to trust in a God that He has something bigger for you. It is stored up inside of you, and even though the seasons around you may change, He does not. His promise does not. I'd love to just ask you this question: is what could God be up to in your life in some of these tough situations? What is He asking you to search out in this season of change, or in this season where it's cold outside and maybe even inside? What is He doing? The second thing I'd ask you is, who can you invite in to help you to discover that? I would contend that my very best friend Jesus, He would love it if you invited Him in, and He will be there in an instant to start that process. You don't have to hear Him like you're hearing my voice now, but you would know it in faith, not in feelings, that He loves you and He's moving in your life. But if you would like to come along, 490 South Arm Road, we've got a whole bunch of great people who would love to sit with you, help you discover who you are, who He is, and that search for the brilliant is so worth it. Let me just pray for you real quick. Hey, Father, I thank You that You know me, You searched for me, You love me because You said I was worth something. I thank You for my brothers and sisters joining me tonight and through this week, that You say that they are valuable, that they belong to You, and that You accept them exactly as they are. And I thank You for that. And as they invite You into that journey of change, as they invite You into that journey of upgrade, You are faithful, that their delight and their belief that there is both help for today and hope for tomorrow, it originated in You and it will be finished in You. So would You bless them tonight in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, thank you, my friends. So great to be with you. And as always, I really trust that you can go and love somebody just as you've been loved.